One thing you've probably mulled around over and over in your head is whether or not you're attractive and if women actually find you as one of the most beautiful people in a room. You see, women don't react as openly or assertively as men when they find someone attractive. It can often take a while for them to reveal it, but women are similar to men in that they do find others attractive. The main difference is that women expect a man to make the move, and even if she does like him, she might refrain from directly approaching him or showing him. This is why there are some clear signs you need to follow to show whether a woman likes you or not. What is it that women like in a man? Before we look at the 11 signs, it's also important to understand what it is that does make women attracted to men. You see, it's not always easy for men to discern this, but instead of overthinking, rather just come back to the basics and consider some of the basic things that women will find attractive. It's precisely for this reason that you need to make sure you look in the best possible shape. You see, before she gets to know you, the way you look is the only thing she has to get an idea of who you are. If you're sporting a fit body, it's a great first impression, and she could even start liking you before she even knows you. Another important step to having that instant attraction is to wisely choose your outfit. You don't need to buy the most expensive brands of clothing, but make sure your clothing fits and accentuates some of your best features. Yes, this means wearing a tight t-shirt to show off your arms. And finally, the way you smell is also very important. And one of the latest surveys done on women has shown that you can go from a 6 to an 8 out of 10 simply by smelling good. The reason for this is simple, and it's because our nose is one of the strongest senses and also goes hand in hand with taste. Ideally, you want to smell masculine with a good scent. Once you've put in some of the effort and these things fall in place, the next few signs will become more common. In fact, you're bound to notice that more and more women seem attracted to you and would give you some of the following signs. But what are these crucial signs that women give off when you are an eye-catcher of a man? Number 1, eye contact. The first one is very straightforward, but can be broken up into 2 distinct parts. You see, eye contact will vary depending on how comfortable you are with each other. It's for this reason that if a woman likes you, but she hasn't met you yet, you might occasionally catch her staring before looking away when she notices you seeing her. The reason for this is simple, and it's because women hate the feeling of rejection, and the last thing she wants is for you to simply approach her whilst asking why she is staring. Not only is this rejection, but it's also kind of embarrassing. Secondly, you'll notice that she actually makes more and more eye contact whenever she knows you and she likes you. You'll notice that she continually looks at you in conversation, and this is one of the clearest signs of attraction. She'll also look to you before making any decisions and assume you to be her leader and that you will lead her in these actions. Eye contact is one of the most powerful signs that many use when they indicate their attraction to a man, and this is exactly what you want if you also find her attractive. Number 2, compliments. Now, this one is a little harder to see, and it all depends on the confidence of the woman. You see, women are not the best people to look for compliments from. In fact, many women completely refrain from giving out any compliments due to many men thinking that it means the woman is interested in them. However, a woman complimenting you is not unheard of, and whenever this happens randomly or from someone you've been seeing for a while, it's one of the best indicators that she does find you very attractive and wants you to give her more attention. However, you might notice that many of these comments often originate from social media or via texting. You see, it's far easier for many women to test out some of the waters via mobile phone, and you can also use it to gauge their interest. Ideally, you're looking for personalized compliments and none of the generic stuff that often ends up becoming famous pickup lines. You also want to respond with a compliment of your own, as the idea is to level with her and make her feel like the attraction is mutual. This is the actual reason for her compliment, fishing for one from you. Number 3, her demeanor changes around you. No matter if a woman is the biggest bitch on the planet or if she's the most calm and introverted person, she will immediately change when the guy she likes enters. However, this also applies to an attractive guy who talks to her. You see, women only get to live out some of the nuances of their personalities when they're comfortable. However, an attractive guy will be somewhat intimidating, and he will more than likely have more confidence. So, even if she's somewhat confident intrinsically, she is intimidated, and this makes her fall in line. One of the best ways to figure out if a woman is attracted to you or not is by focusing on things like how she shifts her personality and changes her demeanor when you or some guy she finds attractive enters the room. What you'll notice is that she immediately falls into a more submissive frame of mind and seems more comfortable as well. This will be the sign that you can bank on, showing that she finds you more attractive than other men and the reason why she might even pursue you. Number 4. She puts in effort. One thing you'll quickly realize is that women rarely put any effort unless they truly like a guy. In fact, you might find yourself being ghosted quite frequently, or she might not even be the one making the move to come to talk to you when you run into each other at a party. One benefit of the modern era is that you can more comfortably see when she puts in an effort by simply using your mobile device. She'll respond more frequently, and it'll look like she actually took some time and effort to type those text messages. Since women are often very scared of making the first move, this is one of those signs that men often miss, and the relationship or the attraction wanes before the two have even given it a shot. However, there's a catch to the effort she's putting in, especially when it comes to texting. If she's simply stringing you along, you'll notice spikes in text messages. This means that she'll text you when she has time or whenever she's bored. However, once she has something or someone else keeping her busy, you simply fade into the background. You'll notice this by how many times she flakes out on dates. Number 5. Jealousy might rear its ugly head. Yes, if you're truly an attractive man, you'll need to deal with some of her jealousy from time to time. At first, this will be very subtle, and when you talk to other women, she might just make a few snarky comments to let you know of her disapproval. This can happen very quickly, or even as soon as the first date, as she might think that she deserves all your attention. Another thing you'll notice is that she also keeps an eye on how often you spend time on social media and texting. This does indicate insecurity on her part, but it's one of the more important things when it comes to noticing her levels of attraction towards you. In fact, you're bound to explain many things you didn't have to before, but this is simply a woman just protecting her own interests. So, as you can see, women can quickly turn toward bad behavior when it comes to the man she likes. As cute and pretty as they might seem, they can have a mean streak if you're the one she likes, but you can give her some competition to overcome. Number 6. She changes her opinion on things. One thing you've probably noticed if you've been an avid follower of this channel is the simple fact that women are not very good at sticking to their opinions. In fact, women are well known for flipping to the opinion that could give them the best opportunity at success. What you'll notice is that women who do like you will tend to be more open to your opinions, and she might even go as far as changing her opinion to match yours. The thing here is that she's trying to show you that the two of you are similar, and this is the reason why you should date. Whenever you notice a woman quickly giving in to your opinions or your facts, you've basically won her over, and you can be very sure that she likes you. However, if you're arguing about something more objective, you need to realize if she simply takes your side because she's attracted to you or if she actually believes it. This can be a very fine line, and you might need to spend some time with her to understand this. Number 7. She talks about you to her friends. When it comes to women, their friends are often considered a sanctuary, and this means that women rarely, if ever, would want to reveal possible love interests that might fail to their friends. Since they don't want to be seen as a failure in the relationship, she'll keep this a secret until she's sure about the relationship. So, this means that when she does find you attractive, you'll often see that her friends already know a thing or two about you. She will try to accentuate all your best traits, and this is a sign that she has enough confidence in you that you'll be able to impress her friends. Adding to this is the fact that if she invites you to hang out with her friends or family, you've also won her over, and you will notice that she'll try to keep as much attention on you as possible. She actually wants her friends to report back to her about what a great guy you are, and this will simply reaffirm her decision to choose you. As a bonus tip, we should add that it can put pressure on you. But since her friends will try to find those flaws in your personality and your story, your best approach is simply to be yourself. Number 8. Asking your opinion. This is another one that many men are oblivious to. But whenever a woman likes you, she will trust you and your opinion the most. In fact, the simple fact of her liking you shows that she finds you as a leader and someone she's willing to follow. Since you are now the one she sees as her leader, she's more than likely to also ask your thoughts on things. This is not because she doesn't trust her own opinion, but a way of trying to bring you into the fold and make you feel special. Yes, a woman who likes you will want to make you feel special and important. This shouldn't put pressure on you to answer something you don't understand, and once again, you can simply just be yourself, and you'll find that she responds well to this, and that she'll thank you. Ideally, you can also reciprocate by trying to include her in your things as well. Number 9. Insulting compliments. You probably remember back at school when two people who like each other would often insult each other playfully and funnily. However, you need to be able to discern between a solid insult and someone just being a little playful. If you do meet a woman and she has a little confidence, you can be sure that she'll not be as submissive as many other women. She might not be talking to you directly and stating her intentions, but she'll more than likely be a little insulting in a funny way. Yeah, you can also reciprocate with some insulting jokes of your own. Just don't get too personal. The good thing about this is that it'll actually build some tension between the two of you, and this tension is what creates high levels of sexual attraction. You see, we often crave this intensity, and we want to break it when it builds up too much. Ideally, you want to keep your compliments a little more calculated, but when the two of you are exchanging banter, you can have some fun. Number 10. Breaking the touch barrier. One thing that's often hard to break through is touching one another. You see, aside from an initial hug or handshake to greet one another, it's often easier for two people to avoid coming into contact with one another as a way of respecting each other's personal boundaries. However, a woman who likes you will be slightly more seductive as well, and it is this level of seduction that often helps her to break this touch barrier. Now, keep in mind that everything will start very innocently, and you'll first notice touches on your hands or your arms to begin with. Whilst she might not directly try to make a move, the idea is that she touches you and establishes the connection before she expects you to do the same. The idea is to show you that she'll be comfortable with physical contact. As a man, you can focus on this, but you need to keep it safe for children and also understand that whilst she is in public, she wants to feel and show others that she's respected and not just a tool. However, this establishment of contact between the two of you should be more than enough to indicate that she finds you hot. Number 11. She always wants to be around you. Finally, a woman who finds a man attractive will naturally feel more comfortable either around him or whenever he is around. It's this that you're looking for, and also the way in which you'll notice if she is actually attracted to you or not. What you want is to look at where she positions herself in casual conversation. Within a group setting, you should notice that she spends a lot of time around you and that she constantly tries to listen attentively to what you're saying. This sounds rather complicated, but if you're not used to having women around you, they will definitely be one of the presences that you cannot miss. Being an eye-catcher is actually quite hard, and women generally don't find men attractive, unless they're in the top 1%. However, you might have been working to build yourself up, and now you see more attention coming your way from women. This is what it means when a woman finds you attractive. But now, you need to make the move, so make sure to check out this next video to see how men seduce women.